And we're back. Welcome to another episode of Dub Monkey Garage. So, we've not been posting for a while. Ireland has hit a lockdown. Work has been pretty busy for me, so not been able to pick up the camera and give this a go for a while. So, we're back with another episode, and on today's episode, we're going to be discussing the modifications done to my GT86. Stay tuned. So, let's start with the interior. So first thing I did, I got the LED interior lights for my car. So that includes the mirrors inside of the sun visors and the top panel one here and the one in the boot as well. Another modification that I've done to my car is I switched out the gear knob. If you want a different feel when you're shifting gears, it's a no-brainer. The gear knob that I have in my car is a likewise gear knob. It's called the Neil Diamond. Yeah, cool name. It's an Australian brand, likewise is. So I'll leave a link in the description, so make sure to check it out. It's really awesome. Yeah, the likewise gear knobs have like a great feel to them. For my large size hands, it's a perfect size fit and it feels really good over the OEM shifter. So I would definitely recommend it. And also you need an adapter if you're getting it for a GT86 as well. So definitely recommend that. Something that doesn't come with the GT86 is an armrest. So on the factory cars, they all come with this big, what would you call it? Hole? A big gap where your armrest should be and your center console should be, but it's really shit. I know they were trying to save money and stuff, which makes sense. So what I did was I got the OEM Toyota armrest. So that looks great on the car, matches every single thing inside of it. It's a little shit how it opens. Should be talking a bit more about it in a future video. But it opens from the driver's side to the passenger side. So basically once you have it up, the passenger has it up against the side of them, which is a bit of a frustration, to be honest. And yeah, it's just pretty annoying. It looks great inside the car, but if it had some better design, or if it opened outwards like the BMWs do, that would be way better. I don't know, it wasn't cheap either. So yeah, but I would recommend it. It does look a lot better than that big gaping hole in the middle of the car. So again, links in the description below. I found it for one of the cheapest prices at the time. The next modification I did to my car was I got rid of that janky ass stock head unit that was in the car. I swapped it out for one that has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay and all them kind of good features that you need in a car. And then I rerouted the wires up through the center console and up into my armrest. So the car was made in 2013, so the head unit experience was poor. It still had Bluetooth and stuff like that, which was fine, but much better now with the Bluetooth, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Stay tuned for a video on that coming soon. So the head unit that I got was a Sony, I think it's an XAV-AX2000 or something like that, with the DVD drive and CD slot. So it's pretty sick, that unit. It still comes with the spiral volume changer. Spiral volume changer? I don't know, the volume changing knob. I need that because the steering wheel on the GT86 up until I believe 2015 does not have the steering wheel controls. So it's just a basic ass steering wheel, so I needed something so I could quickly change the volume up and down. Awesome. So I'd highly recommend that one, guys. Definitely check it out. There'll be links in the description as well. I found mine on Amazon, and I will also link the adapter kit to fit it all in. So that will be down below. Make sure to check it out. So one of the next modifications that I did to my car was I got some tints. So you can't see it now because it's all foggy inside of my car for some fucking reason. The car's off, so you could actually hear me well. But yeah, so I got some tints. So there's light tints on the front. I think 60-70%, and then the backs are almost limo. So I have them pretty blacked out because the white and the black contrast on the car looks pretty cool, in my opinion. Anyways, yeah, so on sunny days and stuff like that, it's really sick because the car doesn't heat up as much, and also it stops the discoloration. But basically the last owner didn't have tints on the car, and the issue was that the sun was beaming in on top of it wherever he had left it sitting, and it started discoloring the rear seats, the Alcantara and the rear seats. So it starts to bleach them a little bit, so I'm after trying to bring that back as much as I could. But now with the tints, it just totally protects it. It's a UV protection inside the car, so it's a definite win. The exhaust. So highly recommend getting an exhaust for this car. You cannot stick with the standard bitch ass OEM exhaust. They did that for emissions. That is a janky ass fucking, just get rid of it. Get rid of it. That exhaust is shit. I think I was like, we were talking after I got my car with my dad, and I was like, oh yeah, I'd rather get my car wrapped because obviously that's something I want to do with my car. But I was like, no. And then I was driving through my local village, and it was just so shit, having that shitty ass exhaust. So one of the first things I did to this car was actually the NVIDIA M1 catback. Loud as fuck, but totally worth it. It's one of my favorites out of the ones I've heard. Adds kind of like a, how would I describe it? I don't fucking know. It sounds great anyways. I don't know what to say. But yeah, highly recommend that one. I went with the titanium tip with the burnt outside on it. Definitely frees up a few ponies. I've driven stock ones again with no exhaust, and I can feel the difference. Either that or I'm going a bit fucking crazy with the lockdowns and shit. Who the fucking knows? You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's that. The next modification that I did to my car was I switched out the OEM panel filter with a K&N reusable air filter. I know people would say that it adds no horsepower, this, that, and the other. I'd still call it a modification. It's not standard, so over time anyways, when you're using it, when you reuse it, it's pretty handy that you don't have to keep buying new ones, and you'll get your money back over time eventually. Definitely would recommend it. It's a bit annoying with the noise inside the cabin, so we're gonna have a video in the future, very short one, just showing you how to fix that. Just blocking up the hull, so stay tuned for that video as well. Another modification I did to my car was I changed out my pads for Cosworth pads, and I also changed out my discs for Mtec dimpled and grooved. So that was for added performance when I'm braking harshly, you know, on the track. I've never taken this car to the track, and I don't feel comfortable with it, but yeah, I added it anyways. I think it looks sick on the car, so definitely would recommend them. I will put a link up here, so if you click on the banner above, you should find the video of where I installed those, so that's a good one. Check that out. Yeah, so there's two more modifications that I did to my car. So one being I changed all the badges to glossy black badges. So the chromey look isn't for me whatsoever. There's no real chrome on the outside of the car, so it makes no sense for me to have chromey badges on the car. They just look terrible, especially with the black and white look that I have going with my own. So I blacked them out. I got them, the glossy black ones, from wish.com. They were actually fantastic. The quality of them were great, felt like OEM, and the originals did come off pretty easy. I just used some heat, and I actually used the plastic pry tools. I know people will be like, ugh, but it really worked much quicker. Like, I know people tell you to use the fishing line, but I just heated it with the heat gun, heated up all the glue underneath, and then just pried it up. It literally popped up, and there was no damage on the car whatsoever from it. I just slid it underneath, and it caught all the glue way quicker. 100% would recommend doing that method. And I also relocated the badge for the Toyota and the GT86. So the Toyota badge was totally debadged. I removed that completely. And the GT86 logo, I moved up to where the BRZ logo is on that car. So, as you've already seen in a previous video as well, I did the Vland headlights on the front of my car with the dynamic turn signals on the front of the car. Look fantastic. I also upgraded the bulbs and the ballast, so they look fucking sick now. They totally match the new headlights. Totally worth checking out. It changes the whole front end of the car, so your car looks like it's from 2012 when you buy it, let's be honest, or even sooner, probably early 2000s with the fucking state of them front lights. But when you get the Vlands or the Valentis or any aftermarket headlight, is just an absolute win. Like, the car goes into modern day and can stand up with the best of them. So I would highly recommend that being one of the modifications that you do to your car. To match that, I think this is my final modification to the car. Don't quote me on that one. Was I did the Valenti style taillights on the back. I know that's a common modification that like almost everybody with a GT86 does, and an FRS and a BRZ, but they do look great, and there's a reason why they're so popular. They look fantastic on the car. Change the whole rear end. One little complaint I do have about them is that when you have the automatic switch on your lights, it doesn't turn the rear lights on. You know, there's like the bar like that. It doesn't turn them on during the daytime, only at nighttime, which is so frustrating. So I might have to try and figure out how to rewire that or something, because it doesn't have daytime running lights in the back. Really annoying. But yeah, so there are gorgeous lights, so I always just flick mine off auto just so I can have them on at the back. Look absolutely fantastic. I have the tinted ones, the smoked out tinted. Especially with the tinted windows in the car, black on black on black, looks fucking legit. So definitely check it out. I think I said that for everything, right? That's really fucking annoying, right? Sorry. But definitely that's my opinion on them all, because yeah. So check them out anyways. Link will be in the description below. There's a website called speedline.com. That's where I got mine. It's one of the best prices, and yeah, definitely worth buying. And then the last modification that I did to my car, again, none of these are power mods, guys, so sorry to let you down. It's constantly up here whether or not I should turbocharge this car, but you know, one day, you know. But the last modification I did to this car was I sprayed my calipers luminous yellow. So I got that idea from the brand new STIs. So that's correct. So I got that from the brand new STIs. So the brand new STIs have like the luminous yellow calipers with the black writing on the Brembos. Well, I just fell in love with that. I think they stole it from the Porsches. I'd say they probably did, but the look of it on the car, especially with, most people go with the black or the red. Red is like super common, but I wanted to go for something a little different. So I made it pure luminous yellow. They're a little bit dirty now, so I'll show you an overlay on screen. I will be cleaning them up, I will be sending them back down, and I will be spraying them again before the color change on the car happens. So yeah, stay tuned for that. That should be a good video coming soon if I get some time. I don't know, I'm doing my best here, guys. Yeah, so that's that one. So that's all the modifications that I've done to my car. So let me know in the comment section below which mods you wouldn't do to your car and which ones you would do. And make sure to give this video a like. And yeah, if you haven't hit subscribe, you know what to do. Bash that subscribe button and hit that bell. So that's it for this video. I'll have a clip at the end, like we always do, of something going on, something a bit fun, some donuts, whatever. Stay tuned for that. But thank you for watching this video, and have a good one. Stay safe, guys.